Welcome back to my channel, to the blog, or welcome if you're new here. I'm driving. Just to introduce myself in case you don't know me yet, my name is Freya. I am 50 years old. I'm about to turn 51 actually in about 3.5 weeks. Crazy how time flies by. And I had the desire to have another child. So baby number 4 is on the way. I conceived this baby through embryo donation and went to IVF Barcelona in Spain. And the first transfer worked out right away. Transferred 1 embryo. I had twins 3.5 years ago, which I conceived through the same procedure, but not in Spain. But that time it was in the Czech Republic. I am on my way today to get a gastroscopy. It's not a endoscopy, whatever. It's not the intestines, just the stomach. Someone made a comment below my last video that no GI doctor will do this to a pregnant woman. Yes, they will. Of course, I told them that I am pregnant. I told them like how long I've been pregnant. I'm 16 weeks, 5 days as of today. And they said, yeah, they've had a woman recently. She was 3 months pregnant. And the only thing is I'm going to do it without sedation. I watched some videos on YouTube that people put on who did it also without sedation. What they will do, they will just spray something in my throat. It's just to help you not having that gagging reflex. And then they will, well, that's what everyone says. And then there is, of course, this little hose, or whatever you want to call it, with the camera. And then you have this mouthpiece that has a hole, and that's what they put it through. You take that mouthpiece, bite on it, and then they put it through. And when they put it through, initially when it goes through your throat, they say, okay, swallow, now swallow. And that's the worst part of it, as I understand. And after that, it's not that terrible. And it's really literally just a few minutes. They just go down there. The stomach isn't that far down. And then they go back up. I think they will take a sample, like a tissue sample, from the wall, from the stomach wall. And if it's the Helicobacter pylori, they live in the mucus layer of the stomach wall. I watched quite a few videos. So the really bad news is that because antibiotics have been used for so many years against this bacteria, and of course I don't know 100% if that's like the main cause. I tested positive on a home stool test, but of course they will tell me more. Yeah, this bacteria is quite resistant against most antibiotics because it's been treated like this for so many years, and there's a lot of resistance already. So I don't know. I've read so many people's comments that said I took 2 rounds and 3 rounds of this really, triple therapy, and the bacteria did not go away. I mean, most people have it in them, but for most people it doesn't cause symptoms. It only starts causing symptoms when it takes overhand and it's just too much, which could happen through either like prolonged stress, which thinking back, like having twins and raising twins, I mean, that's stress. That's a lot of stress actually. It's not like I have actually learned now that I'll have this constant stomach pain that I'm totally not sweating it. I'm just like, do not stress, do not get worked up. And stress is relative, right? I'm not stressed in the sense of like, oh my God, I'm anxious. No anxiety, I'm calm. And a lot of people say that they have anxiety and depression when they have this bacteria. I have none of that. It's like literally just my stomach hurts but at a level that I've never experienced. Last night, I was so nauseous. It was just ridiculous. I mean, I could hardly sleep. And because I knew I'm not supposed to eat 12 hours before this procedure now and not drink 4 hours before. So my appointment is at 10 a.m. It's 9:45 now. I'm almost there. And so I thought maybe I could drink a little bit of water through the night. So around 3 a.m. I think it was, or 2:30, I was up anyway. So I got up, I drank very slowly, sipping a glass of water. I laid back down, and then I felt it's like, oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Went right back to the bathroom. I threw it all up. So, means even more dehydrated than I was before. And I feel so thirsty right now. Literally, I took some water with me. So afterwards, I'm definitely going to drink some water right away. But I can't drink a lot of water. So I'll let you know after this whole thing, before I do any more speculation, how it all went, how it felt, and if I have any results yet. I don't know if they have immediate results. I mean, they can physically see if there's, I want to know if there's actual damage to my stomach yet. Like, you know, is there maybe an ulcer, which I haven't had any like bleeding, or like there has been no blood coming up with, you know, but you never know. And sometimes this bacteria could even cause like an actual, like a hole in the stomach lining because of the acid eating through. So like, okay, I'm not gonna do any more speculation. We'll see, and then I'll tell you more. Okay, I just came out of the gastroscopy. Woo! I survived it. I'm not supposed to drink now for another like 20-30 minutes because they put a spray in. So first when I came in, I mean, it was so fast. I could not believe, like, it was my turn so fast. Like, the receptionist, she asked me to go into the waiting room, and there were so many people in there, and she wanted me to fill out some paperwork. And then already they called me. They had a screen where they call up people, and they're like already calling my name, that I'm supposed to come to the other little waiting area right where the exam room is. So I went there, and it was my turn right away. It was so quick. She gave me a little cup to drink. It's supposed to, like, you know, like the foam or the acid or something to defoam the stomach. And then she put like one spray of a spray into my throat, which numbed my throat. It felt really weird. Then I laid down. I took off my shoes and my jacket and everything. Laid down, and then like that hose. When I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, it's so big. I'm supposed to swallow that, but I did. So yes, they did put a like little mouthpiece that I kind of bit into, kind of like this. About this big. I just bite into it, and there's an opening, and that's where he puts the endoscope through. And in the beginning, it's like when it goes through the throat, yes, there is a gagging reflex. Definitely, no matter if it's, you know, there's a gagging reflex. And it was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. The entire time, she kept telling me, like, just exhale, like you can hear your exhale, like an audible exhale. But inhaling was really hard. So I was like trying to inhale and breathe, like giving birth, you know, like, which she's like kept cheering me on. You're doing such a good job. And that hose kept going down, and it's very uncomfortable. And I kept gagging a little bit here and there. And then burping, a lot of air came out. Oh yes, it was very uncomfortable, but it was fast. I mean, all in all, it was less than 5 minutes, I think, that he had the hose in me. It was really just a few minutes. And then the result was, he's like, oh my God, it's very inflamed. There are a lot of ulcers in there. So he's like, no wonder you've been in so much pain. I'm not someone who's like squeamish. I can tolerate. I have a very high pain tolerance. I gave birth to 3 kids. Like, I gave birth to twins, no medications. And so I'm like, I have a high pain tolerance. I'm not squeamish. But what I've been going through in the past few months has just been another level. And he confirmed me. He's like, we don't often see that level of inflammation and ulcers. So I told him I took a home test for the pylori. So they're gonna call me probably next week with the results of that. For now, he prescribed me something. It's the PPI, proton pump inhibitor. And he said, maybe if, because I'm pregnant, maybe if we can get the symptoms under control and it's better to where I can live with it, maybe we can wait with the actual treatment until afterwards. But let's wait and see if the cause is the Helicobacter pylori. I feel exhausted now because I had so much gagging. It's like I've been, it's like after you vomit, it's like so, but it's over. And it was so worth it not having any sedation. It's like, come on. It's literally 5 minutes of being very uncomfortable. I mean, when you give birth, it's like, it's pain. This wasn't pain. It was just like, ugh, just gagging, which, what I've been experiencing for the past few months, all the gagging and vomiting, so much worse. So I'm going to go to the pharmacy right away and get the medication. Yes, I have a very inflamed stomach. I can't imagine there's any other cause than that bacteria, because like, why? I don't drink. I don't smoke. Never have. I have eaten clean and healthy. I don't eat processed foods. I don't eat fried foods. Why would this be, other than there's an infection, like a bacterial infection, which you can catch easily? And a lot of people carry it that anyway. It could have been something was contaminated, or, fruit, vegetables. Maybe I didn't properly wash or something, and you never know. Oh, but I'm so glad. I am just so happy that I know the cause. And it was so validating now, because before we did it, he's like, when you're pregnant, we try to avoid procedures as much as possible. Maybe it's from the pregnancy. And I'm like, this is not pregnancy related. I can tell you, it started before the pregnancy, and then the nausea from the pregnancy, like I could clearly feel the difference between, this is nausea from pregnancy, and this is now, like, this is the other thing that just keeps getting worse. And it's definitely located inside my stomach. He's like, were you tested? Like, did they check for like gallbladder stones? And I'm like, no, we haven't, but I'm pretty sure it's in my stomach, because I can feel it as soon as my stomach is bloated, like someone just pumped up a basketball, like, it's crazy. So it was very validating that I'm not just like, oh my God. He said he has rarely seen that level of ulcers, inflammation, and stuff in the stomach. So, my poor stomach. I've been carrying this for far too long. I should have done this so much sooner, but it's just, it doesn't matter now. It's all good. I think I'm going to wrap this up for today. I'm just going to upload it so you have an update. And then 2 days from now, I have an appointment with my midwife. She's going to check baby, and she's going to listen to the heartbeat, and we're going to see if everything's fine. And then a couple weeks from this week, I have my next ultrasound. He wants to see me once every month for an ultrasound, just because, my advanced age. And it's like, see the burping and the belching. It's going to feel so good. I don't ever take medication, but this is like, give me something to eat, just so I can eat. Please, 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 please. I just want to eat. I want to eat food and feel good. I feel like it's just so bad. Thank you. I'll see you next time.